What is up, everybody? So when it comes to off-grid air conditioning for your van, we finally have the solution that everyone has been waiting for. That is the EcoFlow Power Kit matched up with the Nomadic 48-volt air conditioners. When EcoFlow released their power kit over a year ago, this thing has caught on like crazy. Due to the many features that EcoFlow has packed in, plus the dead simple installation, at least 50% of the clients we work with are now choosing EcoFlow as their primary power source. The EcoFlow Power Kits have a lot of awesome features to them, but there is one key limitation that has made the air conditioner and the EcoFlow an imperfect match up to this point. And that's specifically that the power hub has a maximum DC output of about 1,000 watts. And that just wasn't enough power to run most of the rooftop air conditioners. Even though EcoFlow's inverter does push a hefty 3,600 watts of power, which has been enough to run the 110 volt rooftop air conditioners, there's a couple reasons why it's much preferable to run your air conditioner off of DC voltage. One of the big reasons is when you're running an inverter, there is some power loss, so it's not the most efficient way to run your air conditioner. And then secondly, it makes a lot of noise. So if you're trying to sleep and run the air conditioner, when the inverter is pushing a lot of power, it spools up and the fans get quite loud. So really not the best for sleeping. And then finally, if you were running your air conditioner and you wanted to turn it off, you could do that straight from your bed typically, but then you would also have to turn off the AC inverter. Otherwise, you're just sitting there burning power for the rest of the night. Nomadic has recently released their 48-volt rooftop air conditioners, and I can tell you guys that I'm extremely excited about this new release because the combination of the EcoFlow Power Kit with the 48-volt air conditioner is really the perfect way to air condition your van. Now we can run the Nomadic 48-volt air conditioners directly off of EcoFlow's 48-volt battery. One question that I wanted to address right away that we get all the time is the EcoFlow Power Kit 12 volts, 24, or 48 volts? And the answer is it's all of them. So the batteries from the EcoFlow Power Kit are native 48 volts, and from the battery to the power hub, that's also a 48-volt connection. So in order to connect the air conditioner to the system, we have to grab power where it's still 48 volts. Once you get past the power hub to the distribution panel, on the EcoFlow system, that's where you have to choose whether you want 12 or 24 volt output for the rest of your system. But with the EcoFlow batteries being 48 volts and the air conditioner being 48 volts, we can connect those two together and draw power directly from the battery without having to process it through any other converters or the inverter itself. Let's talk about the two options that Nomadic has for their 48 volt air conditioners. They offer it as the X2, which is the smaller unit, and the X3, which is the larger unit. First, let's take a look at the X2. This is a 48 volt air conditioner, and it pulls up to 15 amps in high power mode. It's rated up to about 750 to 1,000 watts, so that's actually very efficient for rooftop air conditioning, and it's one of the reasons why the Nomadic has become so popular with the portable power systems, because they don't really draw that much power to give you good cooling. The X2 is a 12,000 BTU unit. It weighs 48 pounds, and if you've ever seen one of these in person, they are extremely small. This is by far the smallest rooftop air conditioner that you can buy today. So this leaves you room for other things on your roof like a skylight, solar panels, fans, and any other gear that you might store on the top of your vehicle. The X2 is going to be the best for keeping things compact. The X3 is the high power version of the Nomadic rooftop air conditioners, and this is a 15,000 BTU unit, which uses about twice as much power as the X2. So it's going to draw in the neighborhood of 27 to 30 amps on high power mode, and then when you go into eco mode, about half that, maybe 15 amps at 48 volts. So the X3 is a little bit larger of an air conditioner. It's still under the 7.5 inches, which is really nice to keep the clearance of the van low, but this one's going to take up a little bit more space on the roof, and it's going to draw a little bit more power. So then the question becomes, which is the best unit for your van, the X2 or the X3? I would say the X2 is the minimum air conditioner that you want on any van. If you live in coastal climates or more northern climates, and especially if you have a 144, which is a smaller van, the X2 will probably do the job. Also, if you're not going to use the air conditioner that much, if it's just kind of a fail-safe in case it gets really hot outside, then I would probably recommend the X2. The X3 is going to be a better option for people who need more cooling power. So first of all, if you're going to be in a 170 van, even if it's well insulated, the X3 is going to be the better choice for you. Also, if you live in humid climates or in desert climates where it's always hot, you guys already know if your van is getting really hot, you want to get the most cooling power possible, then definitely go with the X3. A couple other good reasons to get the X3 would be if you are using your van as a mobile office and you need to work in the van during the day, then you're probably going to want the highest cooling capacity possible, so definitely go with the X3. And then finally, for those of you that keep your animals in the car or want to, the X3 is definitely going to be required for that. And I would say that it's something to keep in mind is that these air conditioners are not going to turn your van into a refrigerated truck. They just don't cool the same way that you would expect from super high power air conditioner. So in some circumstances, let's say you had a 170 van and you were going to be working in it and also had a pet in it, you might actually consider 2 air conditioning units for the roof. Let's take a look at how incredibly simple it is to hook up the EcoFlow Power Kit to the Nomadic air conditioner. Step 1, we want to connect the battery cable to the battery and then connect the other end to the power hub. Let's go ahead and plug in the display screen. First you plug it into the power hub and then connect it to the back of the console. Now that these are connected, we'll turn on the power to the battery by holding down the power button until you see the percentage. And then we'll go to the power hub and turn on the power for this device. Once the power hub powers up, you should see the display turn on. And the final step is to connect the air conditioner to the power hub. So you select one of the battery ports on the power hub and plug in the cable. Now that everything's connected, we can go to the air conditioner, turn on the power on the display, and that's it. The whole system is up and running in just a few minutes. All right, so that took us literally less than 5 minutes to put the whole system together and get the air conditioner hooked up. Just giving you an idea of how simple this system really is, and that's why people love it. So the EcoFlow Power Kit does come with all of the cables and harnesses that you need to hook this together super simply, but there are a few things that we've recognized that are not part of the kit that you guys are gonna need to get this installed properly. And those are a solar gland and connection cable. So this runs the solar through to your roof in a watertight compartment. We are gonna give you guys one of these shore power inlets. So this is how you're gonna be able to charge your EcoFlow through an external power connection. And we also throw in the adapter for it. So in case you're just plugging into a 15 amp home outlet, this is gonna convert the 15 to the 30 amp connection. We have the 150 amp breaker, and this is a required component to connect the alternator to the EcoFlow Power Kit. It's not in the standard power kit, so we include this in the bundle. And then the final thing is the special cable to connect the air conditioner to the power kit. That's gonna come with this as well. So first thing to do, always check the description because we do have a discount code where you can save a bunch of money on this full bundle. As with everything that we sell at Vanland, your warranty is going to be directly through us. So as you guys may know, the customer support for EcoFlow is not the best and they're often hard to get a hold of. So when you buy from us, just call us if you have an issue. We can either troubleshoot it for you or we can get you additional components if that's what you need. And if you want to learn more about these EcoFlow Power Kits, we have done 3 other videos. We have a full walkthrough video where we go over all the details. We have a comparison video of VICTRON versus EcoFlow to help you decide which power system is the best for you. And then finally, we have a how to program the EcoFlow system properly. We've done a video on that because once you get everything installed, you do need to program it properly for it to work properly. Thanks a lot for watching. Please leave a comment in the description if you have any questions, and we will see you guys again next time.